technical difficulties.
Maybe it's been there's been a lot of gremlins around. Must be a closer to Halloween thing.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I couldn't. I tried to think of clever little meme of the day, but then I seen a cute little picture of Lenny Kravitz as a kid and thought of Sontia. And then Amy Winehouse. I couldn't figure out who Amy that. I would never guessed that was Amy Winehouse. I thought it was like Sarah Silverstein or whatever her name is. Elvis looks like a little serial killer. Johnny Cash looks like Leave It to Beaver. And Chuck Berry just looks like he's pimping.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you. Music Lovers Only.
Woo!
What is up, everybody? 2006. Wow, what a great year for music. We're going to talk about that.
Eye of the Beholder.
Eye of the Beholder. You didn't like it?
I struggled. I mean, the rap me liked it. The 2006 me liked it. The today's music me, there was a lot of great music. It wasn't 73 or 78 to me. It wasn't the shock and awe. I don't know, man. There was a couple in there, so I don't want to discredit it, but
yeah, that's how I felt about 1973. I was like,
I know, and we felt that out of you, and I'm hoping I'm not giving off the same vibe you gave on 70. No, I'm just joking.
You know what? You are giving out the same vibe.
The fact that I was alive in 2006 kind of brought back a lot of sentimental values and stuff. I was like trying to write my autobiography as I was doing this, trying to remember, and I'm like, holy shit, I can't remember anything.
I was like,
so it must have been fun.
25 in that year, that was the year of 25. So I was parenting, and it was a weird time of my life, man.
Yeah, I was 27, kind of in between bands, and just the first of the year had a breakup, so single, and then how that is writing a sad country album, kind of country hip hop album, solo album, producing the rappers. So no kids at all.
Yeah, I had my son. My youngest son was probably like 5 at that time, and we had just moved into a nice apartment, and it was just like, oh, we got a dishwasher, and we got a sliding door, and nobody's getting shot as much. It was really cool.
Not as much.
Not as much.
Yeah.
It was a busy
street.
It
could happen anywhere, I mean, stuff happens. People shoot people in the nicest places.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always said that.
Yeah, they shoot at each other out our way.
Yeah, the country.
They shoot each other over mailboxes.
And this is Mr. Skin Man.
Yeah,
Coach is pulling a double header tonight. He's pulling.
Yeah, got done filming middle of the road, live and filming. Had some technical difficulties. It happens when you take 6 months off in between shows, but we had a good time. And Skin Man and me were conversating, and I said, "We'll get ready to do a show." He said, "I'll stick around. What do you do?" And I said, "Sit here and find out." We talk about music. Skin Man listens. He's a downloader and a listener, so I've threatened to bring him on, but he did. I don't think he doesn't have a list, so
you'll have to just back up Casey's list.
I don't think he will this week. Yeah, I don't think he will. I don't think he'll know most of my songs, because
I was trying to think of what music was around in 2006 because my oldest was 2.
Mm-hmm.
He just got back from the Winfield Bluegrass Festival.
Oh my God, I heard that was
bluegrass,
incredible.
and I mean, he goes every year. He takes time off. He sets schedule aside. You go down there with Randy Randy still.
Yeah.
So Randy's a former. Our other show was met him in Vegas. We didn't meet him in Vegas, but our first time to meet him is the show. He's known him since he was 6 or something. But
it was 1990.
Okay,
so
we're not going to relive the whole thing. But anyways, he's back from Bluegrass, so
Bluegrass was a carnival. It was insane.
I've never been. Always wanted to go, but like I said, it seems like you gotta have a circle to go hang out with, or you're just gonna. I mean, I'm sure you can go
gonna run
find
into
one.
everybody.
So you can do anything. You can sit down with just about any group there, and you have a circle for the night if you want. I mean, you got to decide if that circle you want to be in that circle. But you can. It was kind of awesome. I grew up. My dad literally lived on the other side of the fairgrounds there, where they do that. So we would, or whatever it is there, but we could walk over, and I'd go over there for different reasons to go find hippie lettuce. And there was plenty of that floating around. But you'd go over, it was freaking music. People would, if you didn't have food, they sell food there also, but people are cooking everywhere. I mean, people offer you food, booze, great music. I mean, just awesome stories. I mean, I remember being like 13, 14, 15, like looking forward to going over there it wasn't even so much for me, the music, it was the people and the vibe and just a damn good time. And people driving around on weird little scooters and handmade carts pulled around with just crazy shit hanging all over them, and it's a festival.
Yeah.
Crazy decorated trailers and tents and campers for the eyes for miles to see. And
I've seen thousands of pictures, so I can imagine it. It
Good
looks
time.
fun.
We'll have to do a live down there sometime, maybe a Music Lovers Bluegrass episode.
Oh yeah,
That would be cool. Just to go every year I'm invited. Every year I'm invited, and I never ever go. And I think next year I'm just gonna plan to just go like even if I don't just go and stay a whole day, like just go for the night and listen to something and then come back home.
Yeah,
Skidman will be there, so just let him know. We'll get some information. He'll show you around. He'll introduce you to the folks. They probably stay in a similar area about every year they go. They have a neighborhood of people that they know year to year. And I mean, these people become your family. And a lot of the only times you see them is this once a year there. And you freaking live your life. You catch up on life. Just good time, man. That's what we're here for.
Jenna says, certainly an after dark event.
It does
That's
get
when
crazy.
The fun begins.
They just get all decorated crazy, and there's some pretty cool stuff goes on. Different shows going on all over the place, and
that and the sweet road jams.
I want to get in the water. I've seen people in the water. That's where I want to go.
That was one of the deals. There was not a treasure hunt, but scavenger hunt, and it was like get a picture of a river swimmer, and I said, sign me up. I took my big hat. It's its own weather zone, and I was out there swimming in the river. And then I took the hat off, put that on a log, and then swam around the old pillar from where the old bridge used to be. Took my swimming trunks off, put them on my head, and then was swimming around.
No, there might have been some I'd say, like, it's kind of like Vegas. What happens at the Bluegrass Festival is supposed to stay at the Bluegrass Festival, and he brought it home.
Rule number 1, you broke it.
He brought it home.
Yeah.
I did hear a car or a truck back up on the bridge, and it's like, I hope they're wearing sunglasses.
Blinding.
My eyes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to run it with the sad 2006 stuff. It was a great year for music. So,
well, look, the first of the year, Eminem.
You don't have to like 2006.
Yeah,
Maybe 2006.
There was some Eminem, and he didn't even make my list.
Well, he married Kim finally, I think for a second time, or either they got back together, and they got married only to last 3 months. They were divorced by the end of 3 months later. And then, Proof, his homie, the guy with the dreads, the DJ guy that always hyped him up in that character, but was a real guy, but he got shot and killed in, I think, Chicago, like a couple months after the divorce. Brittany divorced Kevin Federline.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah. That was when it all started. That was when the downward for a little while spiral started.
Oh yeah,
that was when I had my chance. You
did.
You
really did.
Shackled, though. But Taylor Swift releases her first album, God Help Us All. Weezer goes on hiatus again. Weird Al finally gets
Taylor Swift negativity to this show.
I didn't. I just said what I said.
It seems like you brought negativity.
Weird Al finally gets a top 10 hit with White and Nerdy. Great fucking album. And we lost some legends. James Brown and I think it was Buck Owens. It may have been Chet Wilson. I can't remember now. But I typed out Buck Owens, so we're gonna go with it. Okay. Internet, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, he speaks for himself on this. So
yeah, you have that one hater. He'll probably show up.
Oh, I got way more than one, but
Why would you even post that, man?
Stupid sanding.
why is this on the internet?
Why are you on the internet, man? Get off the internet. You know what would make the internet better? Less of you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's some 25-year-old kid. I assume he's a he. Calling old, but I guess I can't assume they are a 25-year-old kid and just, hating life. But I mean, I was loving life at 25, but I didn't have Facebook at 25, so
No.
I may have been I may have been picking on people on the internet at 25.
I didn't have Facebook at 35. I didn't think I started Facebook until I was like 36 or 37, man.
Oh,
25 and 3/4.
I didn't until we started our podcast. I joined the podcast with the original crews when I started Facebook, man.
Ah.
I did some Twitter every once in a while, but just wasn't my thing.
Hey,
What's up, Michelle? Hey, girl.
Welcome to a Wednesday night. I was going to say special, but a Wednesday night regular.
Yeah, Matt's. I don't know where Matt's at, but maybe he'll pop on.
He might have think we're still doing it Saturday and he'll be ready for it Saturday and we'll correct him and then we'll get it fixed for next week.
Yep.
We won't even knock his pay this week. We can get regular salary.
Yep. You get your dollar.
Same as all of us. You got that spinner ready there, Coach? Let's get into this. I'm a little excited.
Woo.
I want to see what you found, Coach, just because you weren't like
You almost got to find out what I found.
know. I guess y'all are stuck with me. I gotta get there's Matt. All right, let me get my
Yay.
What's up, Matt?
What up, y'all?
Coming in hot. We're gonna start my list while you get situated.
Go.
All right, like I said, it was a weird time. In-betweeners, a lot of in-betweens for 2006. I was still listening to a lot of old music, but I had some of that old music that popped up. And my first guy, my number 5, I hope he doesn't get caught up in any of the diddliness, but Nas, Hip Hop Is Dead. I remember going to Best Buy and buying this album when it first came out. I went with that song, but the whole album, Blunt Ashes, and there's just a lot of great songs on there, but Hip Hop Is Dead is the song that sampled Inagata Davida. A lot of heavy guitar in it, so it was a good song.
Sweet.
Yeah. Number 4. Like I said, it was a weird, because I remember when I was in this relationship at the first of the year, we were sitting on the couch watching Headbangers Ball. They had brought back Headbangers Ball to life on MTV.
With Jamie Johnson.
Yeah, it was the greatest, it was awesome. But all the metal videos are just the same, they're standing in a field in a dark, and they're standing in a dusty warehouse or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and the ex, we're laughing at it. But then this band comes on, Dead to Fall, Chum, Fiesta, and they're just running around the beach, getting eaten by a inflatable shark and like jelly, and it's just they're just having so much fun, not taking themselves seriously. And it's like, yeah, I get it, you're metal, but you don't have to be you don't have to fit the stereotype. And they certainly broke the mold. And then they broke up like 2 months after I found them. They were set to come to the Eagles Lodge. Me and her were going to go. And they broke up like the day before they were supposed to be here in Wichita. And I'm like, no.
Oh, man.
So
And Matt, we're getting a little bit of feedback from yours. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if he has got a microphone on or something.
Do you have the show playing on like? So I think we're getting double, Matt.
Yeah, I hear you talking on his, coming back through his.
Yeah, I don't have it playing on anything.
Okay.
Huh. All right, let me. Okay.
What? Who?
No,
when,
it's
where?
not me. I was just checking to see if I could still hear it. I can.
I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I hear it come through on, and it's coming through, I'm pretty sure, on his.
Yeah. Do you have the volume like way up? On here, let me see if there's something I can do on my end. All right, let's try that. Maybe no. All right. Well, anyways, we'll deal with it.
Okay.
My number 3, like I said, I was listening to a lot of Lil Wayne, Birdman, Manny Fresh. I loved it. But Big Tymers, Still Fly came out. And it's just a fucking pumped up song, you know. It's like I'm broke as a motherfucker, but I'm still fly, you know. So that was like my hype song to you know, coming out of this bad break. It wasn't a bad breakup, but it was a heartbreaking breakup. And so coming out of it, you know, I needed to pump myself up. So that's why it made it to 3. Number 2 was I couldn't get over the country. I still had a little country in me. I didn't get all of my country out last week. So Hank Williams III, this is my favorite album of his, but Pills I Took, and it's a cover of Those Poor Bastards. But it's just an experience of him taking way too many pills, punching holes in the wall, having a good old time. And
see if you can mute him, and he'll still be able to hear if it maybe doesn't give us the feedback, buddy. Sorry.
Okay, we're going to mute you for a second, Matt.
Cool.
Is it still there?
No.
See, it's better. Yeah, it's gone if you have him muted. As long as he can still hear us, then when he does his part, just try that. Yep, we're good. Sorry. We'll figure it out for next show. We'll do some testing.
And number 1, drum roll, please, is a Juvenile. Like I said, I love some of that dirty South hip hop. I was into that. Like I said, I was producing a rapper, so I was listening to a lot of hip hop, and he was into it. One of my friends previously, a couple of years before, had got me into all this, but Juvenile, Slow Motion. And that one was just,
fucking awesome. I was probably Juvenile like 2000, circa 92, or I mean 99, 2000, 2001. But by then I was kind of, just wasn't really my phase.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I was doing it for research, I guess, but I loved it.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I remember when that song came out, and it was just like, it was so smooth. It was just the smoothest song on the radio at the time that I could remember.
It's difficult. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right, we gonna spin?
Yep. Josh, did you freeze? I think you froze.
I didn't freeze.
Okay.
I'm cool as ice, but I didn't freeze. I'm trying to get to the button now. I'm distracted. All right.
Woo, it's me. Man. So 2006 was a hell of a year for me. And I didn't really remember how many songs that I really love that came out of that until I found a playlist, like a straight up playlist. So I had gone through all the Billboard stuff and went through all the lists or whatnot. 2006 was an incredible year for Nickelback. They had
it was I said that on the board.
yeah. It was like 5. They had like 5 hits or whatever else. And then I remember Tim got in touch with me and let me know. And then you said something. And then I was like, what? Let me take a look. And it was like Nickelback Central. So all my songs are Nickelback.
This was your week. This is your week. You do a 5 for a Sontia Nickelback 5 for.
It's all Nickelback. Nobody else sung anything in 2006.
What else mattered?
All right. Well, actually, my first number 1. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Mary J. Blige, and this was also a year for powerful, like,
it was a woman's year. It was a woman's year.
It was absolutely incredible.
And so many.
Oh, there were so many, and there were so many that I really could have just made a list with that, but I wanted to just narrow it down. So the first one is going to be Mary J. Blige, I Can't Be Without You. And I didn't have anybody to sing about that at the time, but when it came out, I was like, man, one of these days.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what those songs are about. It's not about a past love or a current. It's about that like driving you toward it or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. Manifestation for the Future.
There you
And it
go.
was just, oh my God, it's such a powerful, strong song about real love. Like, it's not going to be easy, pretty, nice, but we're going to be together. And I can't be without you. We've been too strong for too long, is what Barrett said. And I was like, yes, one day.
I definitely would have been feeling that in 2006. Definitely not.
Well, you just broke up with somebody, so no.
Well, no, it was mutual, I think.
Uh,
And I think
yeah.
I say that because I got dumped. But hey, whatever.
Well, I'm sorry for 2006.
I'm over it now.
Okay, see.
I
Number
was in my
2.
prime in 2006.
I have never left my prime.
In the prime. It really was. Like, I thought I was old in 2006. I was not.
Yeah.
Breaking the
20 something.
seal.
Oh my God.
Just
Yeah,
breaking the seal.
Yeah, I got my first back pain and I was like, it's over. Ooh, number 2. Another lady that came out with a very powerful song that I recall singing really loud in the car one day because I was being an asshole. But it was Beyonce, Irreplaceable.
Beyonce.
Made him very uncomfortable, but he deserved it. But it was sorry, showing my hand. But yeah, when it first came out, it was like, girl, yes, oh my God, yes, to the left, to the left. Take all your shit. I loved it. So that's number 2. Number 3 is gonna be Timbaland and Nelly Furtardo, Promiscuous.
Yeah. Good song. I listened to that today a couple times.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was so fun. It's just a fun song, and it's a club song. Like, that's what you deal with. It's like, go away, or maybe not. I don't know. Just depending. Give me another drink. I don't know.
You could go clubbing.
Away. Are you promiscuous? I don't know. Maybe in a couple hours.
Keep trying.
Keep
Couple
trying.
drinks for me.
Number 4. So out of all the Nickleback songs, I had to pick one. And so I listened to them over and over again because, I love Nickleback. I don't know if I've told you guys before.
That's weird. I've never heard that. We've done quite a few shows together now.
I know. I never say it. I keep it to myself, hidden.
I told her that Nickleback didn't even drop an album that year, and I don't know what she's gonna do with her list.
Yeah, just pick up. It was like just the top everything for 2006. And so I chose Photograph because it's universal. And even though when I went to go see Nickleback this year, one of the funnest things that they did was Chad, the lead singer, was completely being a dick. Like, he was being a terrible, awful dick. Like, if he was on film for the stuff that he was saying, he'd probably be canceled now. And so he just kept talking, and it was like we were kind of biting our nails a little bit.
Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. That's what I sent Skin Man for his birthday yesterday. I was thinking about you,
That's amazing.
Sorry.
No,
Jen is asking if is Nickleback a new band?
Did
they've been around a little while. A little bit. Little time. But yeah, the lead singer was just being a dick. And he got to the point to where he was like, oh my God, if I keep talking, I'm going to get canceled. And then like the guitar player, he was like, yeah, you probably should stop talking. And then all of a sudden they went, look at this photograph. And then just started the whole song. The whole audience just went crazy. And I was like, did y'all hear what they said though?
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Ow, yeah. That's a good nostalgic song. I love it. Number 5 and final. So when I found this playlist it was like just a 2006 playlist by some guy. That's what it said, by some guy. It was just some random guy that made a playlist for 2006. There's this song that I'd heard on the radio that I can never find. I didn't have the internet at the time, so it would just come on and then it'd just be gone, and then that was it. I didn't have any way to find him, know what his name was or anything. But it's a gentleman named James Morrison, and it's called "You Gave Me Something," and it's a song about somebody who wants to pursue love but he's scared of it. And what I really love is it starts off really slow with like a string section, and then it goes into almost a Motown song, and then this guy starts singing like he's been smoking cigarettes back to back every day since he fell in love with this girl.
Tom Waits.
Yeah, and it is such a beautiful song. Like, when I'd heard it, I was like, oh my God, I forgot that song existed. And he's like, you gave me something that makes me scared, all right. And then it's timeless. It really is a timeless song. And I think it got some recognition, but really it's incredible. And it brought back so many memories. And I was sitting there crying in the kitchen like, oh my God, I haven't heard this in so long.
The name sounds familiar, but I can't place your description of the song. I can't place the song.
I was gonna say I was trying to think of it. I couldn't think of it either.
Oh yeah, it's because I don't even think that he got a lot of video plays. Like the music video that they had wasn't really something that they would have been playing on MTV around that time. But it just might have fallen through the cracks because there wasn't a whole lot of information about it either, except for I found it on that playlist. But it was an incredible song.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool to get some new music. So, I mean, on a 2006 list. So,
yeah, there you go.
I think Skinman is over here working on a list. So, if we want to let Matt go, we can do that. And then me and Skinman can finish up, or however we want to do it. I'm fine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
So, in 2006, I was the ripe old age of 21. I was listening to a lot of hard rock and heavy metal, which hasn't really changed much. But for this list, I'm starting number 5 with Tool The Pot from their 10,000 Days album. I just love the groove in that song. It's just a great song all around.
Jenny says, what's up?
Jenny. My number 4 is actually going to be a twofer because it's from the same album. The band is Hatebreed, and the album is Supremacy. The song is going to be the opening track, Defeatist, and it's just a freaking anthem.
Yeah.
The chorus was definitely how I was feeling back in 2006. Because you hate yourself and you hate this world and you hate the fact that you hate every moment. That just spoke to me back in those days.
Oh, that sounds like my morning mantra.
And the second part of that is their song Destroy Everything. Because that song just makes you want to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Also, one of my top 5 favorite metal bands just all around.
Nice.
Sweet.
Number 4 is going to be, number 3 is going to be All That Remains, This Calling from their The Fall of Ideals album.
Good song.
I just love how freaking insane the double bass gets when they have this just melodic chorus, and it just starts off freaking aggressive, super crazy aggressive, and then the chorus is nice and melodic, and it's just a great song all around.
Yeah.
Number 2 is going to be Shadows Fall. This album came out on my birthday in 2006. It's a compilation. It's called Fallout from the War. It's stuff that they did from the War Within album and some other stuff, but they had a couple covers on that Fallout from the War, and that's going to be my number 2. Shadows Fall, Teasin, Pleasin. That's a Dangerous Toys cover. The breakdown in that song is just crazy. I'd never really heard Dangerous Toys at that point. But I love Shadows Fall, another one of my top 5 favorite metal bands, and to hear them just tear this cover up was great.
Sweet.
And then my number one favorite artist of all time, he dropped an album in 2006, and that man is Rob Zombie, and the song is going to be American Witch from the Educated Horses album.
Yeah.
Not much I can say other than that's just, classic Rob Zombie. If you ever saw a video for that song, it's beautifully animated. Everything Rob Zombie represents with the horror and the metal and everything, and it's one of my top favorite Rob Zombie solo songs.
Yeah.
Yes. There's definitely some honorable mentions, but I'll go ahead and let Coach have at it. But there was a lot of music that came out in 2006. This was not an easy list to make.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of some good music, you got some good music coming. Got a little shindig coming up this Friday night, right?
Yeah.
We'll segue into that.
Right. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that for a little bit.
Yes, my wife and I's 1-year anniversary. We just celebrated 1 year of marriage on the 16th.
Woo!
And so we decided to throw an anniversary show. We're gonna have Atria, Goldrar, Hazy, and the band that brought us together, Witch Cradle.
Mm-hmm.
So the show starts at 8.
Awesome. Barleycorns, $10 cover. You can't beat that.
Yep.
Inflation, and it's still $10 cover, man. Go 4 bands. Go.
That's gonna be a badass show. Like, people are gonna die there.
Not literally, metaphorically die. Yes.
Sacrifice.
Yes.
Sweet.
All right.
Girls are excited. It's gonna be a party.
All right, my list was different, man. I put myself up minus one song. I put myself in 2006 mode. What was getting me going in 2006? And I don't know, man. I didn't have enough time on this. I did Spotify 2006, just had it jamming, way to work, way home, at work in the mornings. And here's my list. My number 5, It's Going Down, Young Jock and Nitty. Do that song even when I hear it now. Like when I used to want to, like when I was doing MMA, that was one of the songs I wanted to go down, like come out to, and I know it's even the just like that first line, like it's going down, it's like it's about to go, and and then the beat to that song, and it's just, again, that was 2006 me, man.
Oh yeah, that was a fight song.
My number 4, I think I'd heard it before, but this one's probably a new one to me. But I really listened to it because I don't know if I'd ever heard of her. But it's Lily Allen, and it's Smile. And it's a Josh song, dude. Like, if there's ever a Josh song, it's a Josh song, because it's like the happiest dark song that you can freaking listen to. And it's pretty freaking powerful. And I don't think I'd ever given it a chance. And it's got a favorite beside it now. It's on my list. I don't know when I'll need that song, but once I heard it and really listened to it, I think there will be a day I need that song.
Yeah.
Because if you can smile through some shit, you'll be okay. So, number 3, dude, there ain't no list. If you're telling me Grillz came out in this year and I was going to leave it off of a list, you're going to not get me going with Nelly and Paul Wall, man. So Grillz. Number 3, man, and you're telling me that club song, there's club song, man, and 25 was Club Casey. That was, that was going to the bars, trying to dance still, trying to, I was married too. I wasn't trying to pick up girls either. That was what was cool about 2006. It was like literally just going to have a good time. None of that stress of picking up or none of that. The stress was getting home. How messed up did I get? And how I get home, and how am I going to hurt the next
Uber back then?
The time I had. So, and man, Nelly
had a lot.
Dude, Nelly was the shit back then. I mean, he was just that with Nelly,
Grammar,
all that stuff. I mean, I was in. And then Paul Wall, that down south, Mike Jones and all of that. I mean, it was short lived. But even Paul Wall now, I love some Paul Wall now. He's got some different and unique, just that down south different rap. You know, I mean, it's some different rap. So good stuff. Number 2. Most overplayed song. It almost made me not want to play it, but Red Hot Chili Peppers, I fucking love them. And in 2006, had a good album, but Dani, California.
I almost put that on my list, but I didn't want to hear it again.
I know. That's what I'm telling you, though, but it sucks because, like, that was one of the songs, like, radio killed. But dude, when you hear it and like I just still like, if I can go back to like the first time I heard it or this, like, dude, that song is just and then they wrote too many songs about California, but that was one of the first. And it wasn't commercialized, and it was just kind of telling a story, man. And that's what like I love about even really Red Hot Chili Peppers tells a pretty cool story because it's a poet writing and telling you most of the music. If you're telling me you're not going to get, whether you like their music or not, pretty good story in most all of their songs. So, and my number 1, probably never make a list again. He'll probably, he's not in my artists that will make one, but there's something about this song that John Mayer sings, and it's Waiting on the World to Change.
Yeah, great album.
And freaking Christ, when you hear that song and that rasp in that voice and that, and like it gives you hope, like there's hope and all that. It's just waiting on the world to change, and like, man, I'm not a John Mayer guy. I'm really not. But like, he's got some good stuff. I'm not saying he don't, but like that song is kind of even get a little bit of goosebumps and, just like the soul in that song for, so.
Well, I wasn't into John Mayer until I seen him on the Dave Chappelle. I thought he was kind of like a douchey guy, but then I seen him on Dave Chappelle.
Oh, he's cool as shit.
Yeah.
And I liked him, and then I gave some of his music a chance. And like I say, that album.
Oh, dude, he's got more music. He's like one of those music talents like nobody like.
Assassins.
But skill sets of the instruments that he can play, the types of music he can sing. He is a musical freak. So nothing against him, and it just made a top song list. I just don't know if there's ever be another Mayer song, and no, nothing against him. That'll just make the list. I mean, unless that song comes up like impactful songs where you're waiting on the world to change, and then that will definitely make the list. No,
most impactful songs by John Mayer.
I'm going to reintroduce you to Skin Man because while we were sitting there, Skin Man came up with the 2006 top 5. He sat through his show, and he's a listener, and he's going to give us a top 5.
Yeah, number 5 was "Hips Don't Lie" by Shakira due to the video.
Yeah,
like,
that's made my list for the same reason.
Like that. It was just amazing.
And really a good song. That girl could sing.
It had a good beat too. But it was mainly pervy. But the number 4 was "Snap Your Fingers" by Lil Jon.
Good song.
Because Lil Jon, if there wasn't anything like that.
Nope.
And it's like he comes out on the stage, he's bigger than life.
And he's little and
3 was "Rockstar" by Nickleback. It's like, if I get there, I won't have any problems. It's just going to be amazing. And it's like they got more problems than I'll ever have in my life. So
you're going to get something out of trade. I'm waiting for something out of Sontia to come.
Yeah, that is my least favorite Nickleback song. I hate that song. Like, I've literally wanted to jump off a building when that song came on.
Probably my favorite Nickleback song too. That or Photograph, but just because the one line, look at this, but
oh my God, when I was having surgery, like when I was going in under for surgery, that song started playing in my head, and I was like, for the love of God, I cannot die with that being the last song in my mind.
I like
it. You love it. I don't care if anybody else.
Yeah, that song was playing when I was at the dentist, and I couldn't figure out what was hurting more, my teeth or my ear.
I say that about most Nickleback, but no, I'm just joking. Sorry, Matt.
That's a great description. Number 2 was "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry.
Good song.
Yes.
Because it's like,
you're crazy, bitch.
Sure. And the number 1 was Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I listened to that too. I almost had that on the list. It's on the honorable mention.
Because I was like, what is this? This is just like, it's a beat and, he keeps with it. And I started thinking about the words. And it's like, he just knows how the world works.
Mhm.
And everybody else is like, no, they can't be doing that behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
Good list, man. That's a good.
Even
That's a good
behind the curtain
On the
anymore.
fly.
apparently, minus Rockstar. Good list, Skin Man. It's his list. It's his list.
Rockstars, it's
You don't have
fine.
to.
It's
It's
fine.
the beauty of it.
I did have another club song, Whistle Flowrider, on there, man. And that was actually out of the 2006 songs I listened to the most. It was probably that, because I might have put it on repeat like 6 times in a row while I was back putting away parts, and I'm whistling and dancing and getting down, so.
I'm
Yeah, my honorable mention to the D-bags on the YouTube was Hank 3, Not Everyone Likes Us. That's a great song. That almost made my list, but I say Pills I Took was the one that did it for me. Black Label Society, Last Goodbye. That's just a sad one. Of course, at the time of everything, that was played a lot. And then I didn't like the song when it came out because I wasn't a Justin Timberlake fan in 2003. But What Comes Around Goes Around.
Good. It was a good Timberlake year.
Yeah, Sexy
Also-
Back was one on mine.
Also, one of the biggest albums, maybe impactful, and I think either the year she did or the year after that, was Amy Winehouse.
Jesus,
like
the
Rehab.
Yeah.
Rehab was on there.
Mhm.
And that, like, I never gave Amy Winehouse a chance then, but kind of later on, listening to some other people talk about her music and how impactful it was to them, and just really how freaking crazy of a musician she was. Is like, okay, I'll give her a chance. And
Mhm.
yeah, she was another one that definitely we lost too soon, and she would have made some badass music because she was just getting into making
Started,
music
I know.
and
Yeah.
made some good stuff. So awesome, man! This was fun. I was just joking about 2006. I loved it, guys.
I don't
All
believe you.
All my honorable mentions were from the opposite side of the spectrum from my main list, but all the emo and the alt rock stuff I listened to back then. Foo Fighters, Skin and Bones.
Yep.
My favorite Foo Fighters song, but that whole live album is great, but I love Skin and Bones. Like, it's always been just a great, just nice Foo Fighters song.
Yeah.
Billy Talent, Fallen Leaves. Hawthorne Heights, Saying Sorry. And honestly, I could put the entire December Underground by AFI album on my list, but Miss Murder was a great song. That whole album is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
AFI is one of my top 5 favorite bands. But yeah, when they played Miss Murder at, I believe it was like the VMAs or Movie Awards, something like that. That's the first time I'd heard it, and when that breakdown comes in and it's all nice, and then he just starts screaming like crazy, it blew me away at the time.
Awesome.
Oh,
I did almost leave Bossy off the list with Kellis or whatever in Too Short. I'm Bossy. Apparently, you guys know me. I like to dance already, but in 2006, I really liked to dance. Okay, so, good dancing songs. I had a lowrider. I freaking had subs in there. I went straight from booming subs in my lowrider to the dance floors and just getting down.
It's the only way to do it.
I was like the John Travolta of the 2006. It was just disco fever. It was rap fever. Freaking get down fever.
I believe it.
More of a drunken uncle at a wedding.
2006, dude. I was wearing, I think pink was cool then. I had like a bunch of shit with some pink in it and some stripes in it. I was wearing button ups, Doc Martens probably still, or something close. Man, I was still pretty fucking cool in 06, bro.
That's just Uncle.
Yes, indeed. Well, all right, Sontia, you got some show Friday as well, don't you?
Yeah, I got a last
And you're
minute
going to be
show
debuting a new boyfriend or a new guitar. I don't know which one.
Both. Yes, I have two of those things. But yeah, my
Two of
short-
those things. You're doubling up. Like one ain't enough. I got two guitars.
It's a double guitar.
She's
and
enjoying
a
playing
really,
with both.
I have a double guitar
and I
and a
won't
double
tell you why she
boyfriend.
calls him a double boyfriend.
So
But
you got
yeah.
to clone yourself. You got to go to Kirby's and you got to be at Barleycorns. So everybody's got to clone themselves. No choosing. So Friday
yeah.
it's going to be off the chain.
Yeah, Kirby's is gonna be pretty cool. I can't remember. I'm playing with Americana Nah. I know that. And then there's somebody else, but I can't remember who else is there. It's a last minute show.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, you don't have anything to do," and I was like, "I really don't."
Rockstar life.
Yeah.
Gotta live it.
Well, I don't have that to plug. Just myself. Just love Coach Casey, guys.
Love Coach Casey, Middle of the Road podcast, not Middle of the Map. I said Middle of the Map
You
last
did
week.
that last week. I just let it roll. I was
I
like,
know, I did. I
it's
caught
fine.
it. Like,
I've been thinking about changing it anyway. That wasn't what I was going to change it to, but it's fine. So.
it's
You
changed
can
now
just make
forever.
it
So
You just
so
make
check
it a
out that
Jimmy Eat World
podcast whenever the hell
call it
they
the
want to
middle.
do it.
And go from
Do
there.
what?
So you can make it a Jimmy Eat World podcast. Just call it the middle.
I wanted to, like, that's the one I wanted, but there's like so many, but there's too many already with that, so I can't do it. Like I kept trying all these different ones, just middle road or middle ground, or it's like
It's like taken.
it's gonna be Coach in the middle eventually, and then I'm just gonna
Middle.
whatever happens around me.
Well, we'll figure out something for next year. I like the year spinning. We've I think next time we're gonna broaden it to 1920.
I want 1920
wants
so
1920.
bad. I want it so bad.
I'm not really dreading it,
Name
but it's
me
gonna be
a
a
song
lot of work.
pre-37 right now, Sontia.
I can't name it, but there's one from 1922 that's "Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree" with
Can you just
anyone.
use that? Can you use that one like on your favorite songs list? No, I'm just joking. I'll broaden it. I'll try, but I'm just telling you, I'm going to struggle really hard. 2006 was a little difficult. 43 is going to be fucking hard. A lot of a lot of sad country in 43. I'm going to tell you, and swing. And I don't know. I'm not up on my swing, but I'll get up on my swing, I guess.
And a lot of instrumentals, probably a lot of jazz, and no lyrics.
No
Just
soul.
In the
Jazz,
30s,
there's a lot
wasn't
of blues. You got a lot of bluegrass. You got a lot of country.
Swing would be 30s, maybe roaring 20s and
Yeah.
30s would be swing and like the
that, in the mood. That'd
ball. There you go.
Big band.
Be, yeah.
That'd be the okay. We could find some, but we would have to maybe do a collective list. We're gonna have to do like a 4 or 5 year list. If we do that, like 20 through 25 and 25 through 30. I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
in.
that makes sense.
Just
That
the
makes
decade,
sense.
maybe.
Whatever we do, I'm in. I'll
Just
play
the
along.
decade of the 20s, since it is such, since we weren't even the decade. Just anything in the decade. How about that?
Kind of like that. That wouldn't be
The
a bad
bangers of the 1920s.
I think we almost have, we would
There
almost
were
have
some
to do-
bangers in the 1920s.
we would almost have to do that up to the 50s, I think, to be 100% honest with you, because I really even think 40 to 50, or you would really struggle. It would be 50 to 60 before you would really start getting into music that I would even know if I'm 100%. I mean, not
It would definitely be, it'd definitely be a all research show.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be a Billboard. There ain't gonna be a 1927 Billboard Top 100.
No, there might be.
Well, they went back and done it. You're right.
Wasn't
there
it
might be.
in the 1940s was Ella Fitzgerald's Every Little Thing?
1940s Ella Fitzgerald. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
But I did find in the 1920s, that's when the Charleston came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ella Fitzgerald is the most famous singer of the 40s. Louis Armstrong, number 2. But that's
Ella Fitzgerald
Man on the Moon.
Sinatra. We'll get Sinatra.
Nat King Cole was singing stuff in the 20s.
Bing Crosby, Billy Idol. That's 40s. I just did 40s.
Billie Holiday.
I'm
Sorry,
pretty
that
sure
was-
Willie Nelson and Keith Richards had songs out in the
Yeah.
20s.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah, I do remember like Dre dropped his first one in like 36. That was a good album.
I mean,
All right,
after
we're gonna
that,
figure
my
out something
girl
for next week. I don't know if we'll do another year next week. I mean, I like doing the years, but it's kind of how we've been kind of doing, just kind of sprinkling them in. I kind of like that.
That's fine.
So we'll
We'll see what we
powwow
come up
behind the scenes and figure out something for next week. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody for coming on. Huge shout out, Matt. Thanks for coming on. Check
Thanks for having me.
Barleycorns. Yep, check Barleycorns Friday. Check Kirby's Friday. Split yourself. Be there. And we'll see you
Freaking
next
Google
week.
Middle of the Road podcast and download me somewhere. Just do
Yes.
it, guys.
Do
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
All
All right. Later, guys.
right. Bye, everybody.
Ah.